Hi, everybody. This is Auntie, and we are here to talk about. For some reason, it says season 7, episode 9. Girl, I don't think that's right, but anyway, we're going to be talking about the family drama before the wedding. This is sad, and we're going to get into it. Shall we? Oh, yes, we shall. A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, to my nieces and nephews, and all the y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie Advice. Sweet old. It's time for Auntie Advice. Oh, yeah. It's time for Auntie Advice. Welcome back, everybody. The Slayton sisters are back, and it is a hot mess express showing up something terrible downtown going on to the 1,000 pound sisters. I must say that this episode really had me troubled. Like, I just want everybody to get along. I want everybody to get along. I hate seeing these sisters worn like this. Y'all let me know downtown in the comment section if y'all hate seeing this. Like, it's so devastating to me. Anyway, let me get into it as I get into it. I wrote down some notes and stuff, y'all, but I'm just like, I'm sad. I'm so sad. I hate this for them. We opened up this episode with Amy and her little boyfriend. It's sad to see all of the things that Tammy and Amy have shared with each other, and now they just don't share nothing with each other anymore. It has made the family dynamics turn upside down. Everybody trying to say that they're not picking a side, but it's pretty obvious that they've picked Tammy's side. Y'all raise your hand if y'all think they pick. I think they absolutely has picked Tammy's side. They don't really have anything positive to say about Amy. It could be because of the way Amy is acting. I don't know, but it has just really made me sad. It really has. But let me get into it because I can do this. I'm a big girl. So we see Tammy and Amy basically living separate lives. Amy is focused on like planning her upcoming wedding to Brian, someone she's only been dating 10 months. And she is trying to navigate, the fallout from her recent legal issues, being caught in another state, with, pot in her car and other personal issues that are going on. Meanwhile, in between time, Tammy is trying to heal physically and emotionally, like from her weight loss and her skin removal surgeries. But yet she's still struggling internally with a lot of insecurities and identity in her changed body. Tammy has gone from 700 plus pounds down to 180 pounds. And I am so proud of her. I think that all of us are proud of Tammy's accomplishments. This is something that we have been looking at over the years, y'all, really wanting Tammy to, get that weight off of her. She was very angry all the time and just insufferable, right? And since then, she has a new, girlfriend, and she's living her best life, or at least trying to, but she still has a whole lot of things, right, that is going on with her. And so we start to really talk about like Tammy's recovery and her identity struggle, because she opened up about it, talking about the post surgery insecurities that she was having. And although she is thrilled about her weight loss, she recognizes that she doesn't even recognize her own body anymore. She said when she used to photo her drawers, right, it used to be out the head. She said now they little teeny things, and she's trying to, cope with mood swings, paranoia, self doubt, and I think that with Tammy losing this weight like this, right, she's going to be really opening up some things for us, that we may not know that people experience doing weight loss. She was talking about memory loss and just a whole bunch of stuff. And I think that this is going to really give us an opportunity to see weight loss at a different thing, right? Tammy, is trying to adjust to doing like everyday tasks, and she finds them emotionally challenging. She speaks very candidly about not wanting her life to be defined by her family, and her she don't want it to be defined by her family. She really wants to live her own life. This On this particular episode, we saw Tammy go to a job interview, right, to work with animals. I think it was at a shelter or something. This is not a paid position, really. This is something that Tammy is trying to do. And it was amazing, as old as Tammy is, that this was Tammy's first time, right? This was Tammy's first time going on a job interview or even having a job. As old as she is, you talking about shocked. I was shocked. Hold on, y'all. I want to change my background. Let me see if it allow me to change my background midstream. It did. Okay, I just feel like I'm just sitting in a hole. Anyway, so oh, thank you. Welcome. Finally caught alive. I've been watching you for months, Auntie. You got me through my whole pregnancy last year. I love you. Thank you so much, boo. Oh, that's so sweet. Y'all, please welcome her. So it's really wild to see Tammy and realize that Tammy didn't have a job. And the lady at the shelter had asked Tammy, the regular questions that you ask somebody, what is your previous work history and stuff like that. And Tammy was like, I don't have a work history. I have never worked. She said that, she was honest with the lady, and I'm sure the lady know her, that she was over 700 pounds, and that she has the weight loss surgery and stuff. And she was like, okay, so Tammy, are you gonna be able, how do you feel about having to clean the kennels and all that kind of stuff, right? And so Tammy was like, it's not something I want to do. I mean, it's something not, it's not. Tammy basically was saying, I'm gonna have to do it anyway, right? And this is good to see her, right, really try to get herself back out into society and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, I'm hoping that things work out with her, and that this is something that Tammy really does. But in the meantime and in between time, her sister is hating on her. Amy is, in the meantime, trying to plan this wedding. Her and Brian have moved in together. He's moved into her home. Amy was talking about how he's got her kitchen and her house together. Y'all, that was the cleanest I have ever seen. Amy's house. Brian cleaned that joint from the rooter to the tutor. Now, what I noticed wasn't no kids around. Did y'all notice that? I noticed it that we did not see those kids. I don't know whether or not Tammy and the guy have talked, and he, Michael, and he said he don't want his kids filmed. I don't know, but I noticed um during this episode that there was zero children around. Y'all let me know what y'all think downtown in the comment section. But anyway, Amy is, trying to find, wanting to have this wedding at a haunted house. I noticed with Amy that she misunderstands a lot of what her family is saying to her. She has a problem with comprehending. Her family did not say that they did not want to be part of Amy's wedding, as Amy has said. That's not what her family said. They said they don't want to be in a haunted house. They don't want to go to an asylum. The family has been very clear on that. But Amy says they don't want to be a part of my wedding. They don't want anything to do with my wedding. That is not what is being said to Amy. I just don't understand. The girl is a goofball. I like, godly. I think that she is so accustomed to being, even when they were on YouTube years ago, she is accustomed to being that girl. And Tammy has far surpassed Amy's accomplishments. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go ahead on and put it out there. She has. And even when they were on YouTube and Amy had lied and said that Tammy had passed away and that she needed money for a casket. Do y'all remember that? I don't forget nothing like that. I do not forget them. I remember their YouTube days. And it's like, if she could make up a lie about Tammy now, I really believe that Amy would make up a lie about Tammy now. Like, what is going on? She kept acting as if she was behind Tammy and wanting Tammy to be successful. But now I question all of that. I question every bit of it, just simply because of the way that she is acting. So they go to a wedding planner and they want to, she wants her wedding on Halloween and she wants it in a haunted venue. The Waverly Hills Sanatorium that they wanted to use was like, no. It's already booked. And of course, now Amy is mad, right? And when she gets mad, she's mad at everybody. Amy isn't just annoyed with the logistics of her wedding and stuff. She's upset that her family treats her wedding plans like a joke, and it is a joke, in my humble opinion. Um, she is having a whole bunch of emotional drama. I don't know if they took her off the weed that she was on that was bringing and providing stability to her mind, or what it is. In the last season, the doctor had told her that her mind was working at what, 14-15% capacity. Amy needs some serious help, and this guy Dave doesn't appear to be, making that a priority for her. They can go to a shed and get married. Amy needs, in my opinion, some psychological help. I think that she's spiraling completely out of control, and I'm just looking at everything that's going on with Amy right now, and a lot of it is motivated by her jealousy of Tammy. She is absolutely jealous of Tammy, and it's just like, girl, get over it. Celebrate your sister. Remember last season when they went in the clothes store and Amy had asked, what the size was, and Tammy said that she was in the extra large or a large. And Amy lied and said that she went up a size because she wanted to become. That's when we knew it was going to be some daggone issues between these two. Okay? Because she doesn't want to face reality. This conflict, like I said, it comes less than from the planet itself, and it's more from a profound feeling of not being taken serious by Chris and the rest of the family. So, Amy is clearly dealing with real life consequences for her actions and from her past behavior. She discusses, her probation requirements and stuff like that, including her parenting classes that she got to take, and has to admit responsibility for her mistakes, her and the guy. Amy and Tammy, so Tammy goes over, has a little date with her girlfriend, and I can't think of the girl name. Y'all let me know downtown in the chat what Tammy's girlfriend name is. And so they out and they're doing, their little thing with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. And the girl, basically asks Tammy if she wants to move in with her. And so Tammy, honey, got all blushed and was like, yes, I want to be with you. And I was, let me tell y'all something. I felt like I was sitting in between them. I felt so awkward and goofy. I felt like I don't want to look, but I want to look. I felt like I want to be happy for Tammy, but I don't want to be happy for Tammy. Like, I just feel like Tammy is moving too fast with this girl. I don't know who she is, where she came from, but I'm just like danger ahead. Like, I want to put a caution sign up on this. I want to put a caution sign up on it, and I'm saying, Tammy, slow down. I don't know if Tammy is still dealing with the grief of losing her husband or what is going on, but I just want her to get herself together and slow down. One thing about them, when they get in relationships, they be speedballing. They be speedballing. And I'm just like, why are they speedballing like this? Slow down, shawty. So Tammy was like, do you feel like you want to get married, or is this serious? Like, I just want her to slow down, y'all. I swear to God, I just want her to slow down. I feel so uncomfortable with this relationship. I just really do. I just Amy is going through a whole bunch of stuff. The people said they're going to try to get it. She got Brian with her. Brian, they find out that they can't get to Waverly Place and all of that kind of stuff. But they all supposed to be trying to get together for Misty's birthday party. And honey, they done introduced this man as daddy, father. Y'all, where the old man come from? They said that they had been downtown at the man house for years when they was little kids. I'm just sitting up there thinking to myself, where in the world did he come from? I don't remember him being mentioned all of the seasons that they have been on here. I don't remember them mentioning this mother. Well, like, where did he come from? It seemed like when they was downtown to the outdoor garage trying to have a makeshift party in it, like it looked like an auto mechanic shop. Misty says she adopted him, and then the whole family. What was the mother doing other than sitting in that chair? Anyway, y'all, I digress because I don't feel like reading people. It's too late at night for me to be reading people. But Amy and Tammy, both came to the party, but we'll talk about that later on. So, of course, Amy, finds out that they, don't have the place. She's moving Brian into her house and all of that kind of stuff. Tammy is in love with her little girlfriend. They pulled out the watermelon, and I was like, oh, okay. So Tammy like watermelon. But then again, okay. Amy, reveals that she felt blamed and abandoned after Tammy's surgery trip, and she's basically going through a whole bunch of stuff with the social media criticism, and that made it worse. And she concedes that she can't take so much negativity, and she's pulling back from her family and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, Brian, appears to be visibly not invested in mediating or comforting Amy downtown at the party and stuff like that. I'm just like, this it's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. So I have wrote down a couple of things that Amy has said. And Amy said, every time I get excited about the wedding, somebody has something negative to say. But the thing about it is, Amy doesn't understand that the negativity is coming from her. She's not saying anything positive about it. And she doesn't have the ability to support anybody else. Child, did y'all see that Chris' wife is now going to be getting the surgery? I mean, they gonna be, what does the father need now that they have introduced this new father? What he gonna need? Cause they is milking this show. As they should. But god dang, now Chris' wife is getting the weight loss surgery. And then she making pies and got Missy down there. I see what in the world's going on. What in the world's going on? But she's now getting the surgery. And then we see Amanda come to the birthday party and she's real thin and saying she's having a problem with her health. Remember, she packed up last season and moved away down to Florida with her boyfriend. I don't even know if they still together or not, if she's still down there. I think she got another man last time I saw on social media. I don't know. These women are just absolutely into men. The only person that we're not seeing that's into men and cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and just doing the most is Missy. We don't see anything like that come out of her. But that doesn't say that she ain't like that, right? But anyway, so now we going about this thing with, we continuously in this cycle of negativity with Amy, who is blaming Tammy for all of her woes, trying to say that her family doesn't support her. She do wish, she say wish, she mispronounces words on every turn. She irritates the dogs out me. She says she feels like nobody takes her seriously. Of course not. She believes that her wedding is supposed to be a happy, moment for her. And she said it just doesn't feel like it's a happy moment. Then stay away from your family. She said that she is tired of being judged for everything she do, but she judges Tammy and everybody else for everything that they do. Like, I don't understand. You put it out there, you getting back what you put out, okay? She says she feels like she's being attacked. She keeps saying, I'm leaving and I'm not doing this. Like, it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. In the meantime, Tammy is saying, I've changed so much, sometimes I don't recognize myself. Tammy is walking around with them crickety legs. Honey, I can't wait till they can do some surgery on that. She's down to 180 pounds. She my size now. Like, she's doing the damn thing. She said that she is trying to figure out, like, who she is. And she trying to figure that out without all this chaos. Tammy said she said, I don't want my whole life to be about drama anymore. But then still and yet, Tammy, every time she gets an opportunity, now I done peeped this out, you Tammy. Every time she get an opportunity, she is dragging Amy and saying something negative about Amy. Just like when she was talking about the little job and all of that kind of stuff. She said, can you imagine Amy would be in there farting? Then she made a comment about Amy looking like a transgender, right? That's like Tammy always has negative things to say about Amy, and Amy isn't supposed to react. Because even Chris let her know this is not about Amy, this is about you. Like, she's always talking about her sister in a negative way. But Tammy wants to push it off as a joke, but after a while, nobody wants to be the butt end of somebody's jokes all the time. Nobody wants to be the butt of the joke. And I'm sorry, that is what Tammy is doing. If y'all notice and go back, as much as we like Tammy be having some stuff that's going on too. So Amy isn't all the way wrong with it. However, I think that a lot of what Amy is going through is jealousy of Tammy. And Tammy putting this stuff on top of it, right? 20 on 10, of course, it's going to make Amy feel some kind of way because why is she always the butt of the joke? Pay attention. The next time you watch this show, pay attention to how many times Tammy has something negative to say about Amy, too. Tammy said that she is finally thinking about her future. Chris and them is like, at the party that they having for Misty, right? This is supposed to be neutral ground. And, when you come down to Daddy's house, you leave your troubles behind you. Don't nobody talk about nothing. But then Brian gets in there and tells them about the haunted house, right? They all talking about accomplishments and stuff like that. So he feels like he got to say something on behalf of Amy, but he sticks his foot in his mouth because he sits out there and says, oh, yeah. He sticks his mouth out there and says, oh, by the way, we ain't get the haunted the asylum. So Amy gets up and she walks out. She's upset because she told him not to say nothing about it. The hell is going on? She said, don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Means don't say anything. What the? But he a little. This this family is dysfunctional. It's Chris who's always saving the day. Chris had on a daggone faja. He had on a compression garment. His wife was like, what is going on? He said, I'm tired of my breast flipping back and forth. I don't know. It's so sad because Amy wants Tammy to be fat. Amy wants someone to be under her, and she just can't find it. This same, I think that Amy is also resentful that she put her whole family on. She put her family on, and now she feels like they're indebted to her. And people are not going to be indebted to her. Like, that's just not going to happen. Like, you got to get over it. And I think she wants that fat 700-pound sister back. I truly do, y'all. I don't think that she's ever going to adjust. She doesn't want them to come to her wedding. She don't want them to have anything to do with her. But guess what? You can't make the clock go back because Tammy knows better. She feels better. And she's never going to be that 700-pound miserable woman living in that house with a ramp outside of it. That's just not going to be Tammy anymore. But Tammy does have to understand that she do be saying slick out of her mouth. She do. I hope that she gets the job and all of that kind of stuff. But here we are. We're back. I'll make sure I check this episode number because I swear it looks wrong. But this is what Xfinity is telling me that this was season 7, episode 9. I don't know why it's saying that. Someone that asked me in the comment section about Amanda. Amanda is fine, right? And I can't remember what she was going through, but Amanda is fine now. They probably aired this when she was going through the issues and stuff like that. Because I know she did have a health issue. So I'll look that up the next time we come out. But y'all let me know what y'all think downtown in the comment section. I love y'all, and until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye.